Okay, ladies and gents, I do believe we are ready. Let's get started. Boom. Okay. Let's go. Right. Oh, whoa, why is that so loud? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Adjusted. Do so love my deep, hellish ambiance. It is strangely loud, so I'm just gonna tune it down a little bit. Okay, what's the highest sigil I have? I can't remember. Was I pushing tier 13? I think I was. 18 should be close to 70-ish. Something around here. Let's go see if I can make some 17s or 16s. I just want to get a good idea of where my rogue is at. Because I cannot for the life of me remember.
Cursed, perhaps?
Excuse me.
You will be
there, that's perfect. 17. Okay, let's take the challenge. Off we go. And while we're doing that, let me set up my phone so I can actually read chat. Yeah. There we are. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Now, let's get the fingers warmed up. Okay.
Bless you.
Ooh, yeah.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
You know, I'm only noticing now that the animation for the snake spawning is really weird and slow. I wonder why they do that. Well, either way, don't need to worry too much, I guess. Tier 17's feeling pretty relaxed to me, so I'm okay with that. This one is fine. We've already enabled that. Hey, hey, Granny. What's up? See, you made it early. My throat died early too. I don't know what's wrong with it. It is doing some weird shit right now. I thought it was just like last night, you know. I was like, okay, fine. So spend a lot of time socializing and talking. I thought maybe it was just a one-night thing, but for some weird reason, my voice is stuck like this. So maybe I copped a small infection or something. Wouldn't know.
Tongues flick in the darkness.
But I'm gonna try and, you know, still be streaming. Hey, hey, what's up, Arshalis? I hope you're doing well.
Each life is a scale for your...
Oh, listen, don't even worry about it. I'm sure you've been busy with your own life. But I thank you for your support even while you've been away, you know. You are one of our oldest and longest standing honored members, so thank you very much for that kind support. I've been doing very well. You know, this month I've been getting close to the stage where rent could be paid almost entirely by viewership, so you know, just trying to stay on that grind until I can go over that breakpoint. Hey, what's up, Laz? But the Diablo 4 community's been very nice, keeping sound on for me, so I appreciate that. Yep. Although I might have overstrained my throat. Although, like, I didn't feel like it this morning. I was like, as soon as I got on, I was like, what? So now you guys will have a slightly more deep voice to listen to temporarily. But them's the breaks. Sometimes content creation do be like that. But that's okay. I'm sure you guys can enjoy listening to my coughing. Alright, let's go kick some butt. Let's see, destroy the ward's eyes, easy. We'll speed through this. Ah, nice. Sounds like you've had a good time, my friend. There's one more ward of eyes somewhere. There you are. I see. Well, do your very best at work, my friend. I hope that you'll have a good day. Let's go clean up the boss. Swapping to inner sight. Let's start with Chip. Back to town. Yeah, Kaz is very well. I mean, obviously she's asleep right now, but yes, she's very well. Okay, let me go around down. Down, down, down. This is not useful, but I'll take it for the skin. No use to me here. Nope, no use here either. Better damage, but still imperfect stats. Good enough. It's okay. Realistically not good enough, because innate vulnerable is much more important. Okay. We'll just terminate these, sell that. On to the next. So level 17 was, you know, nothing much. Do I want a bosses? Well, if you're bored, enjoy the stream then. Well, like I said, if you're bored, enjoy the stream then. Isn't that right? An amusing distraction, eh?
Bless you. Oh, bless you.
And of course, thank you to all my lovely active viewers, especially those of you lurking in the background. I see you. I appreciate you keeping sound on. Da, 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 da. Hello, River. How are you, my dear friend? Bro, I'm gonna have to apologize in advance. My throat is still dead, bro. See, I owe this man a sea shanty performance. I thought last night, you know, it was just, oh, I've been using my voice too much while socializing. Woke up this morning, my voice was like this. I'm actually fine. It's just that my voice is like this. I have no idea what's wrong. It's just, like that. So it feels like it's as weird as it sounds. It's almost like I have a throat infection, but with no pain and no problems. It's just like that. Weirdest thing ever. I woke up and was like this. I was like, okay, whatever. I guess I'm deep voiced today. Gonna have to go in with the extra deep. Deeper than normal today. So that's today. Yep. As weird as it is. Such as it is. Reward advised on the other side. Pretty much. Therein lies the thing. Now I'm gonna go smoke the boss again. It's the same boss as we just did, but this time I'm not gonna change over, so I'm actually very interested to see a little something. Oh. It is actually faster to boss with combo points, at least based on my current knowledge. Who knew? Okay, noted with thanks. Let me see all this weirdness. I don't need any of those, so that's fine. Well, back to town it is. Thank you for subscribing, Famous J. Appreciate that. Welcome everybody to the show. And thank you to all of you keeping the sound on. Alright. Sincerely appreciate it. Alright.
That looks warm.
First things
I can
first.
fix it.
Do that.
I can break that down.
Good fortune to you.
Rest.
Aceteo.
How can I help?
Actually, wait. I still want a more veiled crystals. Now, let's go to the potion person. And what we'll do, let's get our next potion upgrade. Okay, we need a tier 18 conclave. Oh yeah. Hydration complete. Alright, off to the conclave now. Let's go see how we do. This rogue is pushing limits, so that tier 17 felt like nothing, despite me only being level 60, so we'll hit the next one. Maybe my throat will clear up later today. We'll see. But I hope everyone else is having a good day today, at the very least. Even if you have to listen to my voice slightly dying, you know, I'm sure it'll be alright. Slay the sanguine channels. Turns out that was not a Sanguine Chandler. That was literally just some random, poor, pitiful soul that got slain along the way. Okay. Ah, there he is. Excuse me. Well, there's the one. Door is still sealed. Where is the Sanguine Chandler then? Did I not encounter him, or did he just not spawn? Oh, that way. Okay. It looked like it was part of the complete cave section, so I was like, what? Let's dash back real quickly. Open this random chest, because you never know what kind of uniques you get out of this kind of stuff. Okay, sweet. Doors open. Now we travel to the nesting grounds. Search for the slain villagers. Grab that. I see. Well, I hope, my dear friend, that you'll be alright. That does sound like quite the pain. It's winter in Australia, so I'm in freeze mode. I do get to wear my favorite hoodies all the time, but I do get sick of the cold. I see. That does sound rough, my friend. DPS wise, rogues aren't all in that. Which person told you that? I'm fighting 11 levels above me at level 60. I cleared the capstone dungeon at level 58, so if people say DPS wise rogues aren't all that in the game, I'm sorry. Rogues are the highest DPS class so far. Assuming like minimal need for gear, rogues can even beat out barbarians, which is weird because barbarians have 4 weapons, but that is due to the fact that rogues have the easiest vulnerable in the game. So whoever said rogues aren't all that, oh man. Hey Sunset Adventures, of course it is, of course it is. I highly suggest, Robert, that you check out the video I did yesterday where my rogue clears the capstone dungeon level 58. I had no troubles with damage, I had troubles with survival. Like, because freaking Elias could like one-shot me, so that was the only issue. Otherwise I could have cleared it even earlier. Like, DPS wise, my damage is great. I could have done it at 55, I just didn't have enough defense, sadly. Rogues have a lot of ways of doing it, but for me, like, if you really want to go the highest possible damage, Twisting Blades is good. I love the smiles on this hoodie, it's amazing. Yeah, the Twisting Blades is the, like I said, it's actually the highest damage in the game, for sure. Because it's hard to beat what blades can do. You see, all it really takes is just stab the blades in one person, and that's it, the whole horde is dead. With a good use of Blade Dancer's aspect. Now, you can swap it around for other stuff, but in general, this is my preference. But again, it also does require you to be on PC, because for the best way to play this, you do need to be able to target things like with your mouse. Because I heard that it's not as easy to target on console, which may make it more difficult. I'm not sure. But if you are on console, you know, that'll basically be one of your things that you'll have to, you know, figure out whether or not you can target easily enough. I basically built this on the principle of becoming Genji from Overwatch. I said, why not? You know, the rogues got swords. I may as well Dragon Blade out all you know, everywhere. And I mean, they have the dash attack, which looks exactly like Genji's move. So I was like, you know what? Since I'm already practically Genji, I may as well do it. But yeah, the reason the rogue is strong, much like similar classes like the Bow Necro, is again because the reason why an S tier, like there's a lot of possible builds in the game, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of ways you can build your character, a lot of ways you can do things, but ultimately there's only one simple way to inflict the most damage, and that is to use the vulnerable status effect, because vulnerable is in its own damage bucket. So it acts as a multiplier to everything, which kind of like crit damage is awesome, but vulnerable is 100% chance, whereas crit damage, you have to trigger a crit. So due to this, right, it made me realize that, okay, so because I have to trigger a crit, it may not be the ideal situation for me to, you know, it may not be the ideal situation for me to pump up too much crit damage before pumping up vulnerable damage. But once I started pumping up vulnerable damage, it made me realize that, wow, okay, so vulnerable damage is truly the jam. Like, you can literally just smoke things with it nigh instantaneously. And once you realize that, you start to see that, okay, all right, that is pretty cool. Word of Hakan, I'm gonna chuck this into my stash. I collect the uniques. I like to have a collection of uniques that I just chuck into my stash continuously. Okay, let's have a look at any of these others. No. No. I'm now searching for perfect stats on stuff, so that's the only thing I'm looking for. And if it is imperfect, then I don't want it. These gloves have literally perfect critical strike chance, but it's the other stats that are bad. Okay, that's good enough for me. Let's maximize chip and head back. Yeah, it was honestly fun to do. Like I said, had I gotten tricked out defensive gear, I had so much DPS that I could have done it earlier if I had gear that had given me more defense. But unfortunately, my defensive gear has been terrible. Like, it only gives me damage reduction versus close, which is not ideal. So I'm waiting for, next round, as I upgrade to the next tier, I'm hoping to get ancestrals that have both damage reduction close and damage reduction distant. Because having both is just the cat jam. You need that. Without it, you have a miserable time.
Well, I would like that.
So that is the unfortunate life of the rogue. Because the rogue's only downside, I'm going to tell you this straight up, the only ever downside to the rogue is the fact that you cannot pull off certain things without proper defensive gear. Without proper defensive gear, the rogue is paper. Because the rogue initially, I'm pretty sure at its core, was designed as a more, how do you say it? It was designed more as a glass cannon, as people say. Although that clearly wasn't the case, because it ended up being not a glass cannon. It ended up being very unglass cannon, so that's a thing. You know? That's how it is. But other than that, the rogue is pretty good, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Okay. Now I'm going to hit the next dungeon. Tier 18s aren't really a bother, so let's go all the way up to 19, because, yeah. I could do Alderwood, but that's at 18. I don't know. Let's hit up Alderwood and see how it feels. I mean, tier 18, level 60 should not be a problem. Enemies are only like 71. So basically, I'm trying to push my limits, see how high I can go on the rogue, and how much I can, you know, force this rogue to just do more. But we shall see. We shall see. Let's go push this to the absolute limit, as we so often do. I actually can't wait for season 1. Like, it's gonna be a jam. It's gonna be a jam. Oh, show. Do 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 do. Yeah, tier 18 seems to be the perfect place. Like, it's, the enemies are much higher level, but, you know, XP wise, I think I'm doing well. It has, my friend, it has. Where have the time's gone, baby, it's all wrong. Where are the plans we made before two? The only day I get to be a baritone when my throat is dead. I love singing so much, but like when I can't do it, it sucks like tremendously. I'm so annoyed. I'm the kind of guy that loves putting on a show for his audience and like wake up and your throat's like this, then frustration and rage. So I'll have to take my rage out on these monsters. Give me my special blades of glory. Let's go find the Alderkin and murder them. No problem, Chris Muck. It's the only thing I'm sad about is that I won't be able to finish Sorcerer during the preseason, because I've chosen to focus on Rogue, Barbarian, and Druid for my preseason, because we don't have that much time left before season 1 drops. So yeah, that is the only thing I have wanted to sincerely apologize for, because yeah, it's not ideal. It's not where I wanted to be, but you know, it is where I'm at. So I do sincerely apologize for that. I wish I had, you know, the opportunity to fully finish every single class during the preseason. But because the Sorcerer and Necro were the classes I was the two classes that I was most excited for initially, I built them wrongly because back then my game knowledge was not as strong. So now they're kind of stuck, and that's why like I realized one of the biggest heartaches is trying to change a build after level 50. So next season what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan ahead. Now that I understand what is important, I'm going to make sure that, you know, I lock into the most ideal build right after level 50. so that people don't have to change around, stuff like that. So that's kind of the crazy thing, Sunset. Diablo 4 has brought in a lot of people that don't normally play Diablo, so welcome, you're one of us now. I've played a lot of Diablos, but I never really created content for it before now. But my experience with other games, I'm a tutorial type creator and also like a builder. So Diablo 4 was right up my alley, and you know that's the only reason I'm going so hard on it, because I know that this is going to be the game that I think finally turns me from a small timer into a decent level streamer, because it's already been proven that several times people have been, you know, coming in, lurking, hanging out, and that's been, you know, up in my revenue so much so that it's getting kind of easier to make rent, and I'm really happy with that. But yeah, for Diablo, the reason why the seasons are done that way is because in the past, and I'm sure now as well, there's what you call an on season and an off season. Yes, so every season you'll make a new seasonal character, right? This character starts at level 0. It's got no access to any of the stuff that you've got on. So there's the Eternal Realm, where all your characters are right now in the preseason. Then there'll be a Seasonal Realm. Seasonal Realm is totally separate. It's basically you start the game at 0. Now you have all your Altars of Lilith. Okay, so assuming you did them in the preseason, all your Altars of Lilith are already cleared. The entire map should be revealed already, but you still have to capture waypoints individually. Just take note. Okay, then, and this is all assuming that you did all this on one character. Now, Renown, they've said that Renown for the account-based bonuses, that means these ones. Okay, you know those, shit, I can't show you, but you know the Renown bonuses, like the skill points and whatever, all of that should carry over. So you're not starting at like totally 0, but materials-wise, gold-wise, equipment-wise, you're starting it at afresh. Now, the reason for this is that each season, you know, basically it gives a chance for everybody. Like, the oldest players may have like a Harlequin quest, the rarest unique in the game, but that's not going to carry over to this season. You see, so in the season, everybody's on equal footing again, and then you begin your run. So there's an on season, which is usually when the season first opens. That's about a month and a half. That's the on season. Then the other half is called the off season. So you play hard during the on season, then during the off season you play other games, and that's the traditional workflow for Diablo 4. Now, for people who only play one character each season, basically they'll usually complete the season within 2-3 weeks. Then they play other games, wait for the next season or whatever. People who play more than one character, like myself, or content creators, will usually have about a month and a half. That's our on season. A bit longer if the season is complex or whatever, or has complex, you know, unique storylines, things like that, or maybe just weird builds, weird nerfs. That can happen. But then after that, basically we do our other games, our other partnerships, because I myself am a partner with multiple games. Some of you may know me from Dark Tide. I'm also an upcoming creator for Nexon Korea with The First Descendant, so that's happening as well. There's a lot, basically, and that's why there's on season, off season, all that kind of stuff. And I think that if done right, you know, life is good. If done wrong, life is no good. There are more nightmare dungeons that unlock in T4, so that is truly the case. But there is enough variety even at World Tier 3. It just depends. I mean, honest to God, I never bother what dungeon it is. To me, the dungeon is literally just XP. Hey, buddy. Yes, you can unlock World Tier 3 if you do the campaign on World Tier 1, but you still have to unlock World Tier 3 from World Tier 2. This is why if it's your first character doing don't do World Tier 1. I know a lot of people advise people to do that, but I always tell people never do World Tier 1. Start straight from World Tier 2. The difficulty is not that much, and if you follow a good build like the ones on my channel, you will be okay. You will be okay.
The beasts can't resist the scent of blood, even their own. I've enough here to lure out a few. Care to join the hunt?
It depends on you, Nicholas. So my personal thought is that, as you can see, my rogue is fighting 11 levels ahead very, very comfortably. Okay, I'm having no difficulties whatsoever. Basically, as soon as something gets on screen, it's dead. So I would say compared to the druid, obviously I've got a lot more killing power. But, you know, whether or not this makes my character stronger or whatever, you know, that's a hard one to answer. I usually have to answer in context. So for me, the rogue is strong because of how potent and powerful its abilities are, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's stronger than the druid or whatever. At the end of the day, it's all about building your character correctly, and it's just that druid has more requirements than other classes. The rogue and barbarian, as well as the necro, have the least requirements to become really strong. That's why they seem stronger than other classes. But the druid and the sorcerer have a lot of requirements, unfortunately. That's why they seem weaker. And no problem, happy to explain. But yeah, random exploring, you can absolutely do World Tier 3 if you've been playing World Tier 1, but you may feel under-geared or you may feel less powerful. I recommend trying out World Tier 2, see how you feel in it. And then after that, you have to do the capstone dungeon in World Tier 2. But then World Tier 3 is going to feel even tougher, you see. So if your whole game experience has been in World Tier 1, my suggestion actually is that make an alt, play World Tier 2 right from the beginning, get a feel for it. Use your World Tier 1 character to farm renown and get all your bonuses and everything, get all your altars of Lilith, then make an alt and start in World Tier 2 right off the bat. Because otherwise it's hard. World Tier 1 is basically turning the entire game into a tutorial. So as you can see, I just smoked the boss 11 levels higher than me in absolute seconds. Druid can do something similar, but only with very specific gear and very specific builds. Rogue is just, you know what? You like it? Here you go. Just go smash. So it depends on you. It also depends on your playstyle. Rogue requires very active management, so you're constantly like using your combo skills, stuff like that. It looks simple, but it's actually very complex and annoying to do if you're not into comboing, if you're not into the playstyle where you really, you know, go all in to rip and tear. So just be aware of that. Like, I wouldn't say you have to be careful or you have to, you know, be afraid of it, but just do understand that that is a requirement to play the rogue effectively. That, and a lot of my gear is also very tricked out. Like, if you'll notice, I'm very carefully looking only at perfect gear. Like, I keep trying to re-roll stats to get absolutely perfect gear, and that's just a natural part of the game if you want to really do well.
Better than starting from nothing.
There are certain items with particular skills, particular abilities that you absolutely need no matter what. And if you find perfect gear, then you're okay. If you don't find perfect gear, then you are not okay. You are the opposite of okay. You are un-okay. Alright. Thank you, Lazy Letty, for subscribing. Welcome. I'm going to trick out my gear even more, so bear with me. Oh, no problem at all. You absolutely should random exploring, and next season, because the hammer build is great, but it loses steam around Nightmare tiers 50 or so. So next season, what I'm going to do, or at least try to do, is that next season I'm going to attempt, if I can, to do a Whirlwind Barbarian. But I'm going to do it differently so that it's easier for people to follow and use. So I'm going to try that next season. Yep, the Rogue update will definitely be released, because I think after everybody saw my video yesterday about doing the capstone at 58, they all want this Rogue build. I'm like, sure, I'll give it to you guys, but y'all got to give me time, man. Because I'm a one-man operation. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Cheers to you, mate. Tell you what, no matter how, because this man has supported me. In case you guys don't know him, he's called Arshalis. He supported me for years. Not just the 13 months shown on my YouTube channel, but even before that. So no matter how bad my voice is, you know what, today I'm giving this man a performance. Oh my god, let me just quickly try and roll the stats. One more try, guys, one more try. Gambling is bad for you, but ooh, okay, wait. Okay, wait, there's a chance. Now, if this thing rolls one more time and it gets better. Okay, no. Because this one now has a perfect roll. So we're gonna have to spend a little bit. Okay, never mind. That is good enough, though. That is good enough. Okay. This is a nearly perfect roll. There are very few rolls that are as good as this one. The Barbarian clearing Nightmare 100, it depends on gear, I would say. So I'm going to be trying a Whirlwind Barb because I want to see... This is why I'm also going to try during the preseason to make it to the end and also see how the Hammer Barb performs, because I'm going to adjust accordingly for the next season. The thing that I want to determine is whether or not a Whirlwind Barb can be good, because I don't know if it will take long or you know, short or whatever. What I'm seeing right now is that Hammer Barb is inconsistent. That's the only problem. Hammer Barb is great, don't get me wrong, I love my Hammer Barb, but it can be a little bit inconsistent. However, I still haven't finished mine, so I do have to push mine to the absolute limit, and that's going to be another thing that I want to take into account. You know, can I get it to the absolute, you know, best result? So we're going to try that this preseason. That's why I'm focusing on Barb, Rogue. Like tonight, I'll probably be on my Barb again. I'm going to focus on Barb, Rogue, and Druid this preseason, so that when the actual season starts, I am, you know, ready and I have the most possible game knowledge. For sure, I think the Rogue is absolutely a shining example. You know, the Rogue is the best. There, end of story. You know, there's no other story here. But in saying that, I still have to be, you know, at least aware that despite everything, you know, there can be possibilities for improvement.
Masterful work.
Clan invite. You mean your join request? Is this you? But yeah, sure. You can join my clan if you want. Yeah, no problem. Welcome to the Robot Nation. Like I said, we welcome all. We're casual. You know, you're welcome to chill with us. Lol, I have 12 potions with this. This is ridiculous. Okay. These pants are better than what I had before. I have less armor, but these pants are overall better than what I had before. And these other pants I will save for somebody else if ever needed. Oh wait, shit, this is Eternal Realm. I don't need to. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Now, this one is for Arshalis. Now, it's gonna have to be a rap because I don't think I can sing with my voice like this, but you know what? I think I can at least drop a freestyle for this man. I'm still gonna owe River and Alien Frost though. Let me see. Here we go. Yo, ladies and gents, y'all gonna hear slower rap style. I'm a freestyling right now, yo. I'm a freestyling right now, yo. I'm a freestyling right now, yo. Hit me with that beat, This one goes out to Benjamin. Thank you so much. You've been with me right from the start, so I hope that you guys all enjoy what this man brings to the table, yeah. I appreciate all the support that I've gotten since the start of my career. I would not be here if not for the ones that raised me up ever since I was down, and looking at the rear view mirror, thinking where my whole life ever went wrong. That is what I had in my head in a time when I was down. That is when these people raised me round. So I've gotta say it one more time for the crowd. These guys are the ones that brought me up so I can be loud right now on the mic. I'm only sorry I can't give it my whole life. Yeah, I wish that I could do it fucking better. But unfortunately, my throat is freaking dead, so I'm gonna have to leave it here. But I hope you guys understand that these people are the ones who are dear to this ancient heart of mine, beating in here. If not for them, I would not be doing what I do. So Charles, this one is for you. Thank you so much to everybody raising me up right now. You guys on my crutch, I would not be walking this path. I would not be walking this path. So one last time for everybody here right now. Your sound is on and you're keeping me wearing this crown. I'm gonna go right to the top of Diablo 4 with all of you by my side, yo. Thank you very much, Charles. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Well, that happened, so one more time. I mean, at most my throat dies some more, right? Don't worry about Helltide. The reason why, just before I do another one, the only reason why I don't care about Helltide on my rogue is because the Helltide is good if you need to get aspects. Yes, do smash the like button. The Helltide is good if you need to get aspects, but if you already have the aspects that you need, you don't need to do the Helltide. So for now, I'm not searching for aspects, which is why I'm ignoring Helltide in favor of levels. If you want to level fast, it's better to do Nightmare Dungeons. Helltide is good, but only if you're aspect hunting. So for example, when I go into the next level and I start working on my ancestrals and stuff, and I start to really need certain aspects, that's when you'll see me do Helltide more often, because then I'll be searching, I'll be trying to get legendaries so I can extract them. But if you're not doing that, hit the Nightmare Dungeons. It's faster XP. That's why I'm ignoring Helltide. All right, one more from Mike. Now these beats I've never heard before. I'm just going in them. Okay, I got this vibe right here, yeah. I got this vibe right here, yeah. I got this vibe right here, yeah. I'ma turn this into a little more of a diss. Not to Mike because, you know, he bringing me bliss. Thank you so much. Love from Australia to Canada, yeah. Let me tell you a little something right now. There are so many people who get so down on the fact that an Asian man is making content about Diablo 4. They don't want to see me wearing this crown, all because they believe in those who are already down. But the fact of the matter is that creation is like that. There's room at the table for all that. So I hope you guys understand why I got the hairs on my back raised up. I got to tell these haters that y'all need to fucking shut up, because the fact of the matter is I'm getting lit up. So thank you so much to everybody giving me all the love right now, man. I love you all because you put me in the stage where I wear the crown. I'ma sit on the throne of Westeros of Diablo 4 now. Yeah, thank you so much. And of course, it's possible to solo Nightmare Dungeons. I am doing them right now, random exploring, so you will see that in a moment. I'm literally answering questions while I'm freestyling on this beat because it's so easy for me to keep the beat lit. So I hope you guys understand the simple fact, the Asian robot, you know he always got all that. Thank you so much, Mike. And yes, it is absolutely possible to do Nightmare Dungeons solo. In fact, you're seeing me do that right now. So let's go to a tier, let's just say like tier 19 Nightmare Dungeon, Ancient's Lament or whatever, right? So it'll just appear on the map. You just literally travel there. Okay, Waldo. You go do that, you know? You ever seen that Key and Peele's sketch? You're like the crazy guy on the other side. But you know, that's okay. That's okay. Listen, we welcome the crazies. They're very amusing to have around. All right, so here we are right now. This is a Nightmare Dungeon. So in Nightmare Dungeons, the enemy level, random exploring, is decided by the tier of the Nightmare Dungeon. So this is a tier 19. So you see enemies level 72. Yeah. And because the enemies are level 72, obviously if your character is not geared right, you're gonna have a problem. But if you gear correctly, it's not a problem. As you can see, my rogue is killing them because my rogue has very high DPS anyway. So you can absolutely solo Nightmare Dungeons. You don't need teammates for anything in this game. In fact, that's why, like, for me, if clanmates do come and join me or whatever, it's just like, I'm just like, you know, chilling around. Like, clanmates can just come in, you know, and roll with me. But yeah, I don't really force them to do, like, I'm not really forced to need a party or anything. So as long as you've got the right build and right gear, you can absolutely shatter, you know, pretty much anything that comes your way. Like so. So yeah, you don't have to feel like you absolutely must have teammates or stuff like that. It's not necessary. You can absolutely solo, and I've been soloing all this time because part of the way that I, you know, showcase that my builds work is through these solo adventures. Because I show people that, okay, so alone, you know, I can handle all this and there's no problem. Right? There you go. So yeah, nice and easy, no problemo. Yep, I'm also a huge fan of solo play. I mean, as a streamer, I know a lot of streamers like to get their community and viewers involved and stuff, but for me, I like to play more with, like, my friends or people that I've known for a long time. Like, unfortunately, like, River Archer didn't get to play last night. You know, we've been trying to sync up for a little bit, but, you know, fates sometimes go against that, which is unfortunate, but c'est la vie. But yeah, I tend to prefer playing more with my friends than with an entire community, which I guess is a bit odd for a streamer, but, you know, it's just my ninja way of life, I guess. But yeah, that suits me more, and it's what I prefer. So solo play doesn't bother me because usually in most games, I'm good enough to just carry on and just do whatever. So I don't have any troubles playing without anybody. Like, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't even feel boring to me. Most probably because I'm streaming it anyway, so I'm never alone in that sense. It's just my gaming that's alone. Because for me, I think what I feel most irritated about is sometimes when people either can't fully keep up or they are, you know, burdens or just really annoying with their playstyle. Like, some people have a very annoying playstyle that just doesn't gel with me. But I guess I'm trying these days to be a bit more social with Diablo 4. Because I know how important it is for a streamer to at least, you know, work with their community to an extent. So I'm trying. I'm quite antisocial, but I'm trying. So those that know me always appreciate how difficult it is for me to actually, like, you know, get into even a minor social groove. It's so not me. Like, social and me are not words that go together. Ever. Like I said, weird for a streamer, but it is how it is for me. So yeah, I'm fighting monsters about 12 levels higher. Normally I'll only fight about 10, 11 levels higher. If that. For World Tier 3, I actually recommend maximum you should go for efficiency and kill speed wise, unless your kill speed is very high like my rogue. You should actually only fight about 7-8 levels above you, because otherwise you're affecting your kill speed by a significant amount, and in case you encounter the butcher and you don't have a good kill speed, you're gonna die. So yeah. Hey newbie, what's up, my man? Not really. So to explain how I'm controlling the rogue, it's basically just mainly the mouse. So you just need left and right click, because your left and right click are your puncture and twisting blades. So if I slow down my playstyle, I'll show you. I teleport to the most important target. 1, 2, 3, I stab my twisting blades in, I dash, and that's dead. So I'm just doing it at a really fast pace, but it's literally just this action. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stab, 1, 2, 3, stab. And you practice and you get faster at it. But if you played StarCraft before, like, this should be nothing to you. Because in StarCraft, we had to have 400 APM, actions per minute, to be competitive, so yeah. Good, I'm happy to hear that, Sunset, so I hope you'll enjoy my content for a long time, you know? But yeah, everyone's doing good, newbie, I think. You know, I'm just coaching, teaching, as I always do. Basically, with the rogue, the main thing you need is your left hand to control the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you need to know when to pull off that. So 1 is my shadow step, 2 is my dash, 3 is my concealment, and 4 is my shadow imbuement. So yeah, I'm proud of you, newbie. Well done. That's good. That's a very good achievement, man. Well done. Very proud of you. So in addition to the 1, 2, 3 stab, which I was just teaching you, if you got an elite, you 3, 4 stab him again, and you just deal like, he just dies in one shot before I even got my second stab, because he took 200,000 damage. So yeah, most of the time you don't have to pull off even the additional skills. So basic combo 1, 2, 3 stab, right? Now more advanced combo is 1, 2, 3 stab and then dash. This way the twisting blades will follow you across a longer distance and deal additional damage along the way. See? So that's basically like how you pull it off. And also you can stab and teleport. Your twisting blades will still follow you. The teleport is only if you get CC'd or if you need to click on a specific elite within the horde. So yeah, it's just knowing when to pull off your skills, and then that's it. You don't even need octopus hands. Literally everything is controlled by my right hand, which is mouse. 1, 2, 3 stab, 1, 2, 3 stab. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need for the rogue. Jafar, if you want stats on my gear, the late game build for the rogue will come out tomorrow with an in-depth explanation, okay? I did do a gear section in my early and mid game build. You should check out that video. You can skip straight ahead. All of my videos have chapters, so if you need to look at the gear section, now that one is a bit of a... That gear section is going to be less detailed than the late game one, because the late game one has all the best stats in it. But you can still refer to it, alright? So if you're saying that your rogue is taking way too long, it's because most builds don't explain the gear, stats, everything. My videos do. So if you haven't checked out my videos, and of course I think anyone in chat can tell you, my videos do go into detail. So please do check that out if you haven't already, and you can skip straight to the gear section. And of course, ideally if you want to watch the whole video, I do recommend you do that. At least for early and mid game, so you get an idea of how I did things, how I leveled up, stuff like that. But if you don't want to, that's okay. You can wait for the late game build coming out tomorrow, which just covers what I've got right now, as well as you know, Paragon pathway, gear, all that kind of stuff. Happy to help you. Be happy to help. You know? Yeah, no worries. Like I said, before that, if you really want to get a taste of gear, I highly recommend you check out my most recent video on the road, because it's called Early Mid-Game Build. It does have a gear section. At least look at that. It won't take long because the gear section is only like 7 minutes of the whole video. I highly suggest you check that out. At least to get an idea first before tomorrow's video comes out, because tomorrow's video will still only come out midnight tomorrow. As in, like, yeah, after midnight, sorry. So, it'll still be a while. Because I don't put out videos until I'm past the appropriate level and I've thoroughly tested everything. So that's something to also be aware of. Because, I mean, you know me, I don't lie on my videos. I gotta be 100% honest. You don't really need to use Shadow Imbuement, because the Blade Dancer's aspect, my friend, The Blade Dancer's aspect will usually kill off the trash mobs already. Yeah, if Rogue is not ideal as your first character, like my first character every season is gonna be Necro. Because Necro has 0 requirements. Necro is the only class in the game right now that has no requirements. Whereas, like, even the Twisting Blades Rogue, right? The only reason I started as a Twisting Blades Rogue and started leveling with it was because I had already unlocked the Blade Dancer's aspect, which you can get from a dungeon. Alright, so it's not a problem to get it early, but I had the materials to equip it onto my stuff early on, which unfortunately you're gonna have to do. You have to find a perfect crossbow and equip it on. Your Twisting Blades until that time are literally your bread and butter for clearing waves, which is a bit annoying. So leveling as a rogue can be a bit difficult, a bit. So, of course, I still did it, but you know, I'm just explaining that this is something that, you know, within context might be difficult for people. You know, ultimately though, it just depends on you and whether or not you feel comfortable doing that. And to both Mike and Arshalis, let me just say it again, because I don't get to say it enough. I appreciate all the help and the donations, honestly. Helping me make rent is really awesome, and I thank you deeply for the support you've shown me. And Mike, now that you're in the clan, I look forward to running with you at some point. Okay, let me see. Did I get anything else? No, okay, doesn't matter.
You need steel work?
So now let's take a look at the rings. See, this is a nearly perfect Twisting Blades, so I would extract this out. This one I do not care about because it's bad. This one, actually, if I could get crit strike chance on this, this would actually be perfect. Rain of Arrows is okay, but what I'll tell you straight up, oh, this is really good. This is a really good aspect. The reason why I don't use Rain of Arrows and the like, okay, so from a plain and simple perspective, is that ultimates are too slow. And this is just my honest answer to anybody that asks. Ultimates are too slow because they have, like, as awesome as they are, you know, you got to understand that ultimates do have long cooldowns. And because they've got long cooldowns, ultimates, in my opinion, are less ideal for actually ripping your opponents apart, as compared to something that, you know, would, you know, just straight up shatter anybody, anytime, anywhere, you know, that kind of thing. I find that and this is something that, you know, I know it's a bit of a quirk of mine, but you'll notice that most of my builds, where possible, I avoid using ultimates. Like this Twisting Blades Rogue build, I'm functioning entirely without an ultimate because I just don't believe in them. You know, and I know it's like, wait, the cooldown's only like 40 seconds once you've got cooldown reduction. I know, but it's still too much for me. And that's just my honest, you know, feeling. Every time I put on an ultimate in a build, I'm a skill spammer, so I don't like that I can't have it up 24/7 as and when I need it. You know, I mean, the only one that even comes close is the Rogue's Death Trap, but I'm not a Trapper Rogue, so I don't really apply that as much as you might think. So yeah, it's a bit more difficult for me. Well, I'm happy to help, NyQuil. Thank you for enjoying my content. I appreciate that, and thank you for tuning into my stream as well. You know, a lot of you keeping the sound on is genuinely helpful, and, you know, sincerely thank you, because without that, you know, all that would not be happening very much. Definitely not going pen shot rogue. I do not need this. Definitely do not need this. The rest are perfect. Not need this either. Thank you. Those of you who keep the sound on will be helping me make rent this month. Yep, thank you. Rain of Arrows, isn't it an alt? Unless I've got it wrong. Yeah, Rain of Arrows is an alt, dude. And this is, it's like 45 seconds even with cooldown reduction. So, yeah, no, it's not for me. I'm just not interested. Like, I would love to have it under most circumstances, but you know, it's like I would love to have it, but if I don't have it, I'm not going to, you know, get all up in arms about it, because I know for a fact that it's not going to help. Okay, crit strike chance, crit strike chance. Okay, we got it, but we need a higher roll on it. One more chance. 2.4. Because I know for a fact I can roll a bit higher, but still. Oh, yes, 3.6. Okay, this will do. This will do. I'm gonna have to put Shadow Slicer on it, but yeah. Okay, first I'll take this out. Then now, we'll put this one on here. And we'll make a little hole in it for the skull.
Are we buying or selling?
It's time to add a socket. It's time to upgrade it all the way. Yeah. So now it's nicely maxed. Then we're gonna go extract the Shadow Slicer over here. Extract this aspect, and we'll put it on here. And there we go. Gear is now set. Skull's back in. We have now slightly higher crit rate. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always seeking perfect gear, you know? You're having trouble with the stash on your alt rogue. Do you just drop everything inside even though you did not min-max your necro? It's up to you, man. Like, for me, I don't really transfer gear. I earn gear along the way for each character, but that's because I'm a content creator. If you want to transfer gear, just put it in your stash and it should be good to go. That's pretty much all I do anyway. So, yeah, like, don't worry about it. Just chuck the stuff in your stash and you're pretty much good to go. But yes, when it comes to making a so-called broken character, it is extremely important to know, you know, what your character can do, what kind of stats it needs, and then you go for the ultimate best. Oh yeah, I will drink plenty of water. I'm just waiting for my throat to heal. Because I'm so cut, I can't perform for, you know, like River Archer. Like, I couldn't perform for River Archer and stuff. And Alien Frost, 100% owing them a performance. They're good people.
Good salvage.
I hate it when I can't, you know, like, do my show to the max. Like, that's the way I am. Okay, so we're gonna continue hitting tier 19s if we can. I mean, we'll go build some more as well. Actually, I should probably break down a couple of sigils. '17s are gone.
Stay on the path.
We'll go clear the 19. So yeah, right now, like, the biggest thing, I've already unlocked World Tier 4, but I'm not going in there. Like, the main focus for me is just... What's the stupid dungeon? Somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. I hate it when it's obscured by the waypoint. It costs a lot of gold to reroll, unfortunately. There's no equation. The monster levels are based on the tier of the Nightmare Dungeon. So tier 19 monsters will be level 72. Plain and simple. Nightmare Dungeons, the monster level is set based on the Nightmare Dungeon tier. So it's just about what you can handle. Like, for example, my rogue can easily handle stuff way above their level. So that's why I'm like, just, you know, bumming around here. Because I would be in World Tier 4 if I could. But there's no reason for me to be there right now. So I'm just here, relaxing, killing, you know, that kind of thing. Like, that's it. I do need to replace the skulls in my gear though. With flawless skulls. Now that I have them. So yeah, there's no equation. It's just you decide for yourself what level you want to be at. And then go for it. Thank you to all the active viewers keeping the stream on. I see all of you. Now then, should I give you guys my terrible hat hair for a little while? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, you guys can suffer through my terrible hat hair for a bit. I don't feel like wearing a cap. Sometimes, I don't know why, but wearing a cap makes my neck stiff. Which is really weird, but it is what it is. So bear with me for 5 minutes, and then I will put my cap back on. Okay. Air my head for a sec. What earbuds am I using? I'm using the HyperX earbuds. I can't remember the exact model name, but it's in my video description under the equipment sponsorship, because this was actually purchased for me by my homie Bravo. He helped me get these when my earbuds were, you know, doing badly, and they're really good. I find them really good for gaming, sound, everything. But these are the only wired pair I have. I do have a lovely wireless pair of headphones, but I cannot perform my raps with them on. So since I cannot sea shanty today, you know, I didn't want to screw people over, so I'm not using my wireless headphones. Otherwise, if I can, I like to use my wireless headphones because they're really, really nice to wear and obviously very good. But music gets a bit delayed, so like there'll be a delay between hearing it and me actually rapping, which causes a really weird dissonance when you're freestyling on stream. So I have to use earbuds for freestyling. Because if I freestyle, I do it with a beat. Oh hey, level 61. Sick. You. Got that. Yep, if you check my late game videos, of course they showcase the Paragon board. And the build planners in the late game videos also have my Paragon board updated to wherever I'm at. So yeah, absolutely. If you've never checked out any of my late game builds, you should look at the videos to see exactly what I showcase and all that kind of stuff. Come on. I mean, okay, maybe some of y'all don't know me yet, but I am the most detailed creator. There is no detail that I miss in any of my videos. That's why my videos are so long, you know? And of course people can criticize it all they like, but ultimately it's way more helpful to you guys if I showcase in full detail. So if you guys haven't seen how detailed my videos are, you should check them out just to get a taste, even if it's not your character class. At least that way you know what to expect. Because I can absolutely guarantee you nobody goes into as much detail as me, and do the detail, but in the shortest time possible as well. Because there are dozens of videos out there that are like, what, 8-9 minutes? And they don't teach you anything, because who the hell cares? What you want is not somebody showing you, oh, this is how I do it at level 100. Like, there is literally no point. I go step by step. Hey, Atheistics. The board builds. It's under Paragon, dude. The early and mid games don't have boards. So if you're not seeing it, then I worry about you. Because the late game builds all have boards and they're all covered. They have literally their own section in the video called Paragon boards. Well, I mean, sure. But I mean, you know, I'm always entertaining like that. Because, okay, just as an example, right? If you were to go right now to my late game sorcerer video and you go to the build planner, there's a tab that says Paragon and it shows exactly what I've got up to that point. Yeah, absolutely. I will cover everything, dude. 100%. There's nothing that I use that I will not cover, because ultimately my goal as a creator is to make sure you get the exact same benefits that I do, and therefore if you're using what I'm using, you should get the same results. Because the one thing that I mean, there'll be some variance obviously because you're not going to get the exact same rolls, but ultimately if you're in general close to what I've got, then you should be, you know, dishing out close to what I've got as well, which is why I take so long with the videos. I think my late game videos are like, what, 40 minutes? Like, it's ridiculous, but you know, that's how long it takes to really cover everything. No turn on stone, Tim. Absolutely, no turn on stone. I agree with this statement 110%. This statement speaks to my soul. But yes, I always promise you guys I will have the absolute #1 most possible detail, because if I don't, then I'm failing you guys, and I don't like failing. You know? Oops. Got exploded. So the only time I ever die is if I get trapped without an unstoppable and then explode. Which can happen, by the way. So don't get overconfident in these dungeons. Like, I can easily kill above my level, but certain effects like the poison explosions, these do not get damage reduction. Damage reduction does not apply to them, so you will take full damage. Which means if you do not have unstoppables, you are going to have a very bad time. So please take note of that. Perfect teaching case. Hey, it's Rena. I hope you and Atheistics are doing well today. But yeah, Rogue is always fun. I think by the end of the stream, Rogue will be like either 63 or 64. Because considering how much XP we get in these nightmare dungeons, it should not be difficult to get that. Atheistics. I know I'm pronouncing it slightly off, but you know what? That's just the way my tongue rolls. I tried correcting it, didn't work, so I was like, meh. I have to just accept this. Pretty much, yeah. But sometimes if the situation gets crazy, like I end up using all my charges, but it's very rare. So like those kinds of deaths are very rare, but they can still happen. So like those kinds of deaths are more like, well, you made a mistake, but you know, because unlike the Barbarian and Werebear, like the Barbarian and Werebear have like legitimately unlimited freaking they have legitimately unlimited, what you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? They have unlimited unstoppables because theirs last for like seconds at a time, you know? whereas ours is one and done. So you gotta be careful with how you structure it. Congrats on waking up a while ago.
My son. Please, take it back from them. Let it end.
But thank you everybody for supporting my stream. It means a lot. Like I said, you know, we've been doing really well this month, and I think we'll just be able to keep pushing up toward that ideal goal of eventually reaching, you know, the high level 60s, 70s, all that. Eventually, you know, my first goal is 30, and I'm not gonna stop pushing till I get, you know, 70, 100. Man, someday imagine having me having 100 viewers in stream. That'd be crazy. I'd go nuts if I ever got that. That flawless skull. Easy. I'm gonna chuck both of these into the amulets. Yeah, go for it. I'll probably rock up to World Boss as well in World Tier 3. So if you're in World Tier 3, right? So make sure to summon me. Yeah. I'll count on you. Probably for now I'll be in World Tier 3. I'll help out the World Tier 3 peeps. I can fight it on World Tier 4 on my Barbarian in the evening, so not a big deal. Yeah, plenty of time. 24 minutes. Easy.
A warrior.
Easy.
How may I serve?
Okay, bow is doo-doo. These boots are doo-doo. This is doo-doo. The rest of that.
You need armor? I've got it here. Good price.
You know what? I gotta get used to just doing this. This makes more sense. Sacred, but trash. I'm like getting faster at eyeballing and seeing perfect skills. Yes, no, okay. Okay, now time to unshuck things. Let's chuck this in here. You know what? Have that. Let's go unshuck things. Put flawless skull, flawless skull. And unshuck it. This better ruby.
Good fortune.
All this trash sold. Okay, now let's see. Conclave nightmares. That'll do. Not yet, Sinissa. I'm still around only level 70s with the Barb. I'll need to dedicate a few days to playing it before I can do a level 80 update, so I apologize for all that. Like I said, when I check out different characters, it's because I want to have a thorough understanding in the preseason. Season 1 is going to be a bit different. Season 1, we're going to focus on 3 characters first, and then the last 2. So season 1 is going to be very different, but the preseason is slower and also addressed differently because of the fact that preseason is so short. We've only got a couple of days left, so I'll see what I can bring to the final. I hope I can bring the Bard to the final, but it's not happening right now. Like, of course, I'll try and level it as fast as I can today, but, you know, I also don't want to put out something that is not appropriate or not as proper as I feel. So I hope you can understand. That's why I'm still working on it. So yeah, I do sincerely apologize to everybody for the delays, but like I said, season 1 is going to be very different from the preseason. And the reason the preseason is so different is because it's short. And I also want to obtain perfect understanding of everything that I do, because if I don't, then come season 1, I'm going to be giving you guys bad advice, and you know that that's not cool. Okay, let me quickly grab my tissue. Had to blow my nose, but couldn't stop to grab a tissue. Okay. I've got to say, the one thing I probably love the most is the feeling of killing all these elites that are like so much higher level than me. Just like instantaneously. Feels so good. And as always, thank you to everybody keeping the sound on. Alright, it means a lot. Keep it up, keep it up. Well, that's if you want to play Diablo 4 your entire season. I'll be rocking up, finishing seasonal content, and then playing, what you call it? I'll be off to play, other games in the off-season for my other partnerships, so I can make more money. Then finally, come back. Unless, like, the only way that would change is, like, if one of the other games, like, suddenly gave me, like, 200, 300 viewership, then, you know, I'm so sorry, Diablo. Diablo will then become my off-season game. But yeah, honest to God, I'm just very blessed to have a lot of different things that I can do at any one point in time, and the opportunities that I get, thanks to the fact that, you know, you guys have been supporting my content, is really quite amazing. So, you know, thank you all. I appreciate you guys. Also, for some reason, it suddenly got hot in my room. Shit. I'm gonna take off the hoodie. The problem is that they did release a patch and stuff like that with crossplay and whatnot, but the Steam numbers barely touched up. Like, they might get more people, I guess, from the what you call it side. They might get more people from the Game Pass side trying the game out, but, you know. Let's take a quick look at the Steam chart numbers. Yeah, still 2.2k player base. Can't really go back. Like, I would love to, don't get me wrong, but you know, there's no point in doing so until such time that it becomes a game that people would sink hours and hours and hours into, aside from, you know, the initial joy of the gameplay. Simply put, it needs a lot more players before, you know, anyone's gonna be making a profit off it. Like, when it first came out, you know, I was turning a good profit, but it fizzled out so quickly that now that I'm not turning a good profit, I can't keep it up. It all comes down to money for, like, any content creator that feeds their family off this business. It's legit all about money. We can only make content if we have the funds to keep going. And therefore, the content, you know, now that I've been in the industry for long enough, I've realized that it has to be, like, in order to do any content, it has to be driven by the fact that, okay, so if I were to stream this, I would get XYZ amount of viewership, and that viewership would translate to revenue, you know? Yeah, understandable. I haven't decided my off season either. Like, I'm gonna think about it when we get there, you know, because I don't know how long it'll take me to... I need to get familiar with the content creation cycle. So, of course, my goal is to be done in 1 month and a half. Meaning level 100 with all the characters, but... and of course, now I'll be able to do it faster than I ever did before, which is great, but I feel that if I really want to do this, you know, I'm gonna have to think seriously about how to structure my on-season, off-season, and of course account for delays, patches, nerfs, buffs, that kind of thing. Because we don't know for sure what they're gonna change. They might change, they might make minor changes, or they might make major ones. Once my body cools down after I finish off this nightmare dungeon, I'll go wear my normal jacket for a bit. Save the Udi for the evening. Huh. That will never happen. I mean, it's literally already so OP to have this. If they made it like that, then the other skills would stand no chance. You know, and that's not fair to the other skills. Like, as greedy as I am for buffs, I want the buffs to be in other skills so that, like, we've got more build variety. Like, I think ultimately, you know, that should be the goal, so that other skills can also be used. Like, of course there's gonna be ideals and stuff like that, but if they could make other skills at least have opportunity to be at the same level, you know, then I can foresee, you know, Rogue having more varieties, stuff like that, more ways of doing shenanigans. What do you mean screw other skills? Then literally every rogue is just gonna have one build. We're gonna have to literally force everybody to play the same way we do, and that's, you know, not right. Not good for games' long-term health, you know? Ultimately, I think variety is the key. Shadow Necro's biggest problem is... Okay, so why is the Shadow Necro problematic? I'll tell you right now. The biggest issue that I realized with the Shadow Necro is that damage over time cannot crit. So that means that the Shadow Necro doesn't have a way of inflicting vulnerable innately, except 4 casts of Sever. You know, again, problematic. So unless you got 4 casts of Sever going instantaneously, right? Or guaranteed to go to make them vulnerable, your damage over time, although it ticks really well, doesn't crit or do anything. So it's impossible to reach the same kind of damage heights that a Bone Necro can do, which again is stupid as frick. Which is why when I realized this and I realized how damage worked, I was like, then what's the point of DOT? Like, DOT literally serving me no purpose whatsoever. They're literally just saying, hey, you know what? Today, nah, I'm just not feeling it. You guys just don't deserve to have decent damage. You know what? Yeah, that's right. You guys can have shit damage. It doesn't work, you know, and it's problematic.
Oh.
Going to the washroom for a bit. Right back. Don't set things on fire while I'm gone. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, that is, now that I'm back, that is the major issue. Like, I tried the Shadow Necro, then had to give up for the preseason. Like, it's frustrating.
That looks worn.
And I realize how annoying it is to actually attempt to even try and attempt. Now, by the way, Frostburn is a really good glove that you can use. It's a very good unique that drops everywhere, but it's so useful. But anyway, I tried and attempted so many different, you know, things, but it didn't work out, and I realized that, you know what, okay, fine. When it comes to the actual season, I'm going to have to, like, for real, I'm gonna have to sit down and say, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. But that's me in season 1. Yeah, because I happen to roll a perfect pair of pants, plus 3 potion capacity, damage reduction close, damage reduction distant. My rogue literally, like, is the damage reduction king.
I would like that.
So yeah, it's a good.
Look all you like.
12 pots is hilarious. How much time to war boss? 7 minutes. I need to conquer Crusader's Monument. Okay, I'm heading to Zarbinzat. I'll go conquer that, and then I'll see you guys at the world boss. It should only take me a moment. Yeah, it's just because of these pants, because these pants have +3 potion capacity. Okay, I'm not hacking, there's no exploit, it's just these pants. These pants somehow, these pants are like the cargo pants of the game, so I have 12 potions. Not that I even need the 12 potions, but I have them. But I have them. Okay, these are my ultimate parachute pants. They work really well.
An old Zakaru monument. Looks abandoned.
Yeah, like the extra potions are just like there because what I wanted was the damage reduction. I don't care about the potions. The potions are like literally irrelevant. It's the DR. I need the DR. I need the DR. Okay, bye, Sir Tristan, you loser. Let's go place the schools. All right. Let's go. Look at these lovely little creatures, huh? They think that they're people. They think that they're actually capable.
Took a few bosses, but the good Sir Tristan is with us. He says to leave the smaller place. Just come and solve the graves. Take iron tools and go for the big tombs. That's where the gold will be. Akarat, forgive and watch over us. Give us full bellies tonight.
Akarat, watch over the grave robbers. You know that's not happening. Sure, Akarat will watch over you. Akarat will watch over you getting ripped. Because y'all are dead. Look at how fast these poor creatures are getting smoked. Guys, you got no idea how hard it is to control myself from singing constantly because I really need to heal my throat. But every single time I see this stuff, I just like, it's so natural for me. I just feel like, you know, doing my usual songs, whatnot. The Wellerman is like right on the tip of my tongue and I can't sing. Yes, yes. That is absolutely right, Sunset. So you can just join the Robot Nation with any character, and all your characters are in there. Yep. And those who do not join Robot Nation are losers. Okay? Only real warriors support their idols. Okay? Remember that. Anyone who doesn't is a loser. Loser. Okay? If you are with us, you are with us. If you are not with us, then you are, well, not with us either, but, you know, still. Loser. Oh my god, look at these vengeful spirits. So vengeful. So spirit. Much wow, very doge.
Thank you.
Wait, Chado. Chado-san. Hold on. I gotta conquer my string hold. There are no requirements. Join whenever you like. We have 0 requirements and we don't care who you are. I mean, I'm sure that there must be a dual wield build, because, like, I mean, as much as I would love to pretend that I'm the only guy in the world that is awesome, I'm pretty sure there must be some other creators out there. So maybe they have a really awesome dual wield build that they're sharing with their audience. So maybe. But for me, dual wield has never impressed me. So, I just didn't feel like it. Because I'm looking at the dual wield pathway, there's no real way of inflicting constant vulnerables. Constant vulnerables, like the advantage of Hammer is that it is just one big wallop, so it can reach millions and billions of damage, which is really awesome. Then you've got the Whirlwind build, which has a focus on vulnerables. So, you know, what I'm seriously gonna do though in this preseason is mostly push my barb to the limit and just see how Hammer of the Ancients functions at the very, very limit of time. I just want to be sure about it, because when I do the barb in the preseason, I'm going to try a Whirlwind build, but if it doesn't work out, then that's a waste of my time, you see. So yeah, I don't know why. I mean, like I said, I'm sure there must be a content creator out there who says dual wield best, so maybe they have a way. You know? For me, it's between Whirlwind and Hammer, because based on the skills that I've seen, Whirlwind and Hammer are the only ones that can function in the... Like I said, with the damage formula being the way it is, critical damage is a bucket, and vulnerability is a bucket. If you have both buckets, you are a god. You don't have both buckets, you are a miserable, miserable individual who will suffer tremendously forever, for literally ever. So... No, I'm gonna run combo points and see how I do. Okay, I've tried combo points. Now inner sight. Yeah, inner sight definitely better for world bosses. Like, it's not quite as cool, I would say. But it does give some very, very good damage overall. Back to combo points. Let's see how I do. I don't know. Maybe I do prefer combo points after all. Because big numbers more attractive. I mean, you can, you know, but what I would recommend, Matney, is that you should do, like, for example, I'm level 70 plus and I'm around tier 32, because if you go way too high, yes, you're gonna smash, but the problem is that you're also not gonna be leveling efficiently, you see? So that's what I recommend. If you drop down to, like, say tier 24 for your level, right? I think you will see yourself leveling faster because you're actually, you know, rolling a lot faster, as well as with more survival. And if the butcher shows up, you get additional drops as well. So that is my recommendation. Like, of course, you know, you can push 20, 30 levels above you, no problem. But the point is you don't want to, because there's no point. It is far safer, you know, to it is far safer to level efficiently, and also to ensure that you do so that when you actually do need to go ham, you know, you can if you want to, but you know, it's speed that you're worried about. Also, sometimes if you go too high above you, right, you end up like dying, which wastes time. So yeah. So you were not doing it solo. Yeah, if you're doing it solo, then if you're doing it with a friend, then it's okay. But if you're doing it solo, I recommend dropping it down, because if you don't, you will have a rougher time. Hey, Mind Freak, how's the Chris Angel doing? Yeah. Okay, this thing is shit. This thing, it's got vol damage, which is nice. I really do like the modifiers on this one. All of them almost close to max. But the DPS per second, having to prioritize DPS per second is the world's worst thing. I hate it so much. Like, I think you guys don't know how much I legit hate the fact that swords have to worry about DPS per second. It's the worst feeling. All this. Anyway, nice world boss smash. I think it's why I love characters that can use DPS mules so much, because it just makes so much logical sense to me, being able to do that.
I carry the best and fine.
Okay, now let's go hit some more. Oops, sorry. I forgot we were in a party. Thank you. Unless you want to come along, Ram. If you want to come along for insanity, I don't mind. I figure I should ask. I only thought about it after I left party. You want to try? Yeah, pretty much, Matney, which is the issue. Like, with our shouts, we can survive anything, but that's why when I'm solo with Barb, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna fight about 10 levels so that I'm like, I can do it efficiently. Like, it's a great build, but you know, for efficient leveling, I just stay about 10 levels above me, at least until I have my martial glyph up and running, which is not yet. Soon, but not yet. Because I need certain modifiers to make it really good. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna carry on. Guran slums it is. Let's go. Whee! Thank you everybody for keeping the sound on, though. It means a lot. You know, yesterday night and this morning was a bit slower. I don't know what the reason is. Normally we have a lot more people in, but it's okay. Even if it's a slower time, just know that I appreciate all of you, and that, you know, all of you are helping me achieve some tremendous stuff right now. And without you guys, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So thank you very much. Thank you. You know, it means a lot. It truly does. We are gonna keep on rocking. Isn't it June? But yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my lovely Marylanders have something to do, because I do get a lot of viewership from US, which does make sense. But either way, it's all good. Well, yeah, because 4th of July will be, yeah, next week. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. I told, you know, it made sense because I don't have vacations, like, you know, so I was thinking about that. I mean, the only vacation I'm gonna have is when I get to see my girl. But yeah, other than that, no. It's...
Wouldn't have made it without you.
La 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 la. I see.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some areas do have tornado warnings, stuff like that, so the weather has been wild, not gonna deny. But either way, you know, this is all part of, like, for me, it's just part of the trends. Like, I don't mind it because at the end of the day, my goal as a creator would be to get to a level whereby, like, I have enough regulars. Like, so it should be like a revolving door, so that the average number of people is always 30. Like, that is my ultimate goal, you know? I'm definitely aiming for that. Then once I reach that level, you know, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Hey, no problem, man. Content creation is always a fun journey with people. But yeah, I'm like not sweating it, you know? I know it'll come eventually. So I'm just gonna stick to my grind and make sure that I'm doing what I do every day.
My savior.
But good to see more folks from Texas. You know, it always amuses me, but I always, like, when it comes to the US, right? The 3 states that seem to support my content the most are literally Ohio, Texas, and Cali. These 3 states, oh, and Florida, I guess. 4 states are usually the states that I see the most. I've rarely seen anyone from, like, I've seen like maybe 1-2 guys from Georgia. Not too many others.
I can't leave my
But yeah,
friends here. Not like this.
I've never had anyone from San Fran, at least that I remember. But yeah, it's mostly just Texas, Ohio, Cali, and Florida. Yeah, gotta love the Florida people. They're the wildest ones. What I want to see in the news one day is Florida man or woman finds Endariel's visage and salvages it. Like, can you imagine if they salvage like one of the rarest uniques in the game? I would laugh so hard. Hey, Iowa. Oh, you're from Georgia, Granny? Nay, nice. My second person from Georgia. See, I knew we'd have one from Florida. Nice one, Beast. All right, Tennessee coming in now. But yeah, it's so nice to like see people from all over the world, you know. I think Diablo 4 is probably the first one that's gonna get me one from every state eventually, you know? Eventually, when more people get to know about me, I'm confident I'll eventually have one from every state.
Not much, but I hope it helps.
Play the Tornado Druid. Lol.
Something for your troubles.
Do it, bruh. Do it.
You deserve this. Never seen anyone fight like you.
Dude, Grandfather's so good, but it's not gonna matter when the season starts because we're all starting the same. His grandfather will be stuck on the Eternal Realm, so like, I don't mind anyone getting like the cool stuff now. I'm like, you know, have it. Because technically, if I was serious about farming, I could. But there's no point. There's no point in being hyper about it now. yeah, I'm just gonna relax and, you know, take it slow, because sometimes content creation is just about the journey. I've seen stories of dudes, you know, like having 4 months to get their first payout on Twitch. Like in my case, I'm really lucky with YouTube, because YouTube, we get paid for viewership, you know? So no matter what, even if nobody donated, I'm not losing, you know? Whereas Twitch people, they have to beg for subs. Like I saw like this one FPS dude, he does like now I'm actually going to be restarting my workouts closer, like once the coldest part of winter passes, then I'm restarting that, because I actually do push-ups and like planks on stream, which I have done with several of the other games. It's just way too cold for me to do that reasonably right now. But here's the thing, like this one guy I saw was like 5 gifted subs, just like $25, and he does 10 push-ups. I'm like, homie, I would do 10 push-ups for $5 easily, you know, because from my military time, that's easy peasy for me. So I was like, yo, I can't believe this guy is even getting paid to do that. But anyway, a lot of the streaming, like the pure streamers, I kind of don't like them, because they're all about like, oh, you know, left hand gotta shake right hand, I gotta give you subs, so you gonna give me subs, you know, to make their shows appear hype. I'm like, money is hard to earn, bro. You really gonna suck that much money out of your people? Nah, listen, my people donate to me, I'm happy, you know, it helps with rent. But at the end of the day, I want to get paid by people, you know, doing just watching me. And YouTube is the only platform that does that right now, you know? So I'm very happy to be on YouTube. And for people who make videos, YouTube is more ideal anyway. Because ultimately, like the stuff that I showcase on stream, it's stuff that I want to share with people, you know? So yeah. Twitch gets 50%, not 30%, 50%. YouTube is the one that's better, because YouTube only takes 30%. And YouTube has a full cut. YouTube has always had the 30% cut, which is okay, like fine, you know, take it, because they're giving me a platform plus ad revenue. I don't mind. You know, they take that 30%, take it. But if you do well, YouTube gives you better cuts as well of ad revenue. So yeah. But yeah, Twitch takes 50%, and my god, that is terrifying. So yeah, no. Even with all their subs and stuff, it's no good. But Kick, if you're a pure streamer, Kick, the new platform Kick, right? As much as I dislike it, you know, I just don't think it's, you know, I just don't like that. Sorry, as much as I dislike that whole streamer networking kind of dealio, Kick is for now a decent platform, because I think they're paying creators what, 95%. So that's pretty good money. You know, I'd say that if people were not video creators, Kick is definitely, you know, the place to be if you want to just purely stream, you know, because what you earn, you take home, which I think is really awesome. Like for me, YouTube covers a lot of that with the ad revenue. Like it's significant, you know, and as your viewership and subscriber count goes up, it gets more and more significant, which is why I'm okay with YouTube taking my 30, because at the end of the day, they're giving me a platform to have hundreds of thousands of videos, and every single video earns. You know, the videos literally stay there forever, and they are, like, the way I look at it is all of them are earning points. So people could, and I've seen it, people like 2 years later come and watch a video of mine or something like that. You know, they just get interested, they want to watch an old video of mine, and they do that, and I still get ad revenue from that old ass video, you know? So yeah, this kind of thing doesn't, like, it's why I like YouTube so much over all the other platforms, because I just feel that they're so fair, you know, and they never stop your earnings. Sure, they take 30, but they never stop your earnings. Like, it feels good, and like it feels like I'm actually achieving something when I work on YouTube, you know, which is really nice. Like I tried Twitch for so long, and it just felt like I was doing absolutely jack shit. Like I was doing nothing, I was going nowhere. I was just donkey paddling in the water, and, you know, literally getting nothing done. So, you know, that was my Twitch journey, and as soon as that was done, I was like, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna go be a YouTuber. And just one day I happened to start doing YouTube, and I never looked back. I've actually got 2 partnered accounts. I just don't have time to work on my second partnered account right now. But that's the crazy thing, it's still an earning point. But even if I don't work on it, it still earns a little bit of revenue there, you know? And eventually I'm looking forward to having like 3 partner channels. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. So yeah, I can certainly say that life is looking up for me right now. I just gotta stay on my grind, you know? I just gotta stay on my grind, do my thing, and just keep on rolling. As long as I do that, you know, I think the good times will come. So I'm holding on to that hope. You know, people have been believing in me for years, and you know, finally, maybe we getting somewhere. Maybe we getting somewhere. You know, so I'm really trying my best right now, and I think it's paying off a little bit. You know, I'm starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. So fingers crossed. You know it, Boog. Always 110%. I never stop believing. Based on what I'm looking at this bow, it is trash. But I'm still gonna put it in my stash just to create my collection of all the uniques. Wow, this is hot trash. Uniques are so trash, I swear to God. They need to make it so the uniques actually freaking do something. Like, I don't understand the point of any of these uniques. On a scale of 1 to, this is bad, this is bad. Okay. But you know what, ladies and gents, one day I'm gonna tell you this right now. Huh? Oh, we got some more clan requests. I've accepted whoever. If anyone sends a request to the clan, just tell me in chat. I will happily add you anytime. Just tell me that you've requested it, and if I don't acknowledge it, just tell me again. All right. But you know what? Next season, right? In season 1, okay? I'm gonna when my popularity is up, I want somebody to sponsor me this skin. Your name is gonna be in every stream, video, whatever in the description. All right. But somebody gotta sponsor me this necro skin because it is gonna be the sickest necro. It's the sickest skin in the game. All right. One day. All right, one of y'all want to be the champ? Sponsor me that skin. That's my season 1 goal. Okay, now let's go kick some more ass. Now, do you think I should take on a tier 20? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's definitely going well. Like Diablo is the jam. Let's do a tier 20. You know. Dude, if a better new skin comes out, I will just like flip the table and still use that one skin. How much is that in US? I have no clue. Let me check for you, because I think Blizzard always charges in US, but I don't actually know. Let me test. Let me check, because the platinum prices will display there. Second, let me go in first. Okay, I think they display the platinum prices here. That's like 25 bucks US. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until I'm a bigger streamer so I can command that price. You know, like when you're a small time streamer, you don't really command that kind of price, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna wait until I become bigger. Like for me, you know, it's like I've always said, it's about the journey. You know, it's gonna happen, just not now. So I'm gonna wait, because I'm a patient man, you know. I spent, and this is just my life story, I don't want to share. I spent 4 years as an accountant, and I saved up when I first started streaming. I saved up 2 years worth of my income so that in case I didn't make a single cent for the 2 years, right, I wouldn't be homeless or whatever. That's how much I saved up to prep for this journey, because I knew that this is how much I wanted to do streaming. But thankfully, after about a year, I started YouTube, and that's when I met Boog and everything. And for the past 2 years of doing YouTube, I've actually been able to survive. Like some months I didn't break even, but you know, I was able to still survive, you know. And like just when it was getting to the period when I was, you know, starting to think about my next big direction and whatnot, Diablo 4 came out, and it was just chef's kiss. Never looked back since then. I'm telling you, the stars are aligning, ladies and gents. The time is coming. The time is coming. I'm getting ready. But I'm a very patient man. Like I said, I spent 4 years as a tax accountant. Okay? Spent 4 years as a tax accountant. Roughly, yes. But you can actually, like, if anybody wanted to do that, right? Just a pro tip. You can actually just use the tip jar instead. Like, so just so you know, you don't have to send me money through YouTube if you don't want to. And I advise this across the board. Like, you can send me money via YouTube, but if you don't want to, you can actually just use this tip link, right? Hang on, the command will pop up in a second. Yeah, see, there's the tip link, right? If you use the tip link, there's no price cut. So a lot of people, now I don't say it because YouTube's been very good to me, but technically speaking, right, if you don't want to give YouTube a cut, people just use the tip link usually, but I don't really sweat it. Like whether they send it to me through YouTube or not, I'm chill. I'm chilly Manjaro. But yes, in future, if anybody wants to like just send it purely to me, you can literally just avoid using the YouTube thing and just send it directly via tip. Oh shit. I didn't kill the eggs fast enough, damn it. But that... I messed up that dash so bad. Lol. Alright. Hang on. I'm doing it again. Okay, I have to be very careful. Because the thing is, right, the rogue has so much DPS, and this is to answer Krasen. The rogue has so much DPS, and this is what makes it fun to play. The fact of the matter is, right, the rogue can do so much damage that you can fight like 13 levels higher than you if you want to. But the problem is that the rogue doesn't have enough defense to survive, and you cannot reduce the damage of those. You see those explosive things? Okay, although you can have damage reduction, right? You cannot actually reduce the damage of those. They always hit you for your raw figure. So no matter what, you always take full damage. And this is the only reason that rogues sometimes have survival difficulties. Because technically speaking, they're unlike other characters, right? They don't have a long unstoppable. Their unstoppable is based on cast. So you're only unstoppable for that cast. So you have to be careful of that, guys, because your rogue can get into serious trouble. Aww.
You have received a tip.
Thank you very much, newbie. I will put your name in right now, although you won't see it till Season 1, because I'm not playing the Necro right now, but your name is going to go in the videos right now. Alright? And unfortunately, with my throat like this, I will owe you a performance, though. So the next time, I will owe you a performance of either a rap or a sea shanty. Let me just add your name in right now, though. Let's see. I'm not playing Rogue, but yes, I will happily equip it as soon as season 1 starts. We go. I will when season 1 starts. I'm not playing Necro right now. I can't equip it anyway, even if I wanted to. So yes, but his name is gonna be in all the videos and streams now. Hey, listen, I am happy regardless. I love to perform anyway, because it's just one of the things that I love doing, but it's just annoying that I can't do it today. Because I don't know what happened, but ever since last night, my throat's been on the fritz. This morning, when I first started stream, my voice was like freaking baritone deep. At least now, it seems to have cleared up, but I'm just not taking any risks. I want to heal up so I can get back to it, because the thing I love most is, you know, just freely... Because I sing often, just even when I don't think about it, it's just unconscious, and not being able to do that, having to consciously hold myself back from that, is almost like suffering. So I'm just gonna try and heal first. As soon as that's back, I'm gonna pick up all the performances I owe. I've got some new material in my repertoire too. But regardless, thank you very much. I appreciate all my lovely Diablo 4 sponsors. It's too bad that the rest of the skins suck. Like, I just wish Diablo 4 had better skins. Like, better premium skins. I mean, then again, I guess people would accuse them of like, oh, you gotta pay, you know, more money, but like the free skins are really good, but like the premium skins, Other than that one Necro skin, I literally find nothing in the shop tracker at all. Listen, man, I just love it all the time. It's fun, you know? It's how we show our happy spirit. I think it all started for me back in this game called A Bard's Tale or something like that. It was the most hilarious game, playing it on the PS2, and I don't get nostalgic over games, but I remember that game solely for one reason. Just because of that, just because it got me into singing randomly, you know? And one day I'm gonna perform this song on stream, but I still remember it. It went something like this. Beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. A long time ago, way back in history, when there was not to drink but sorry cups of tea. You know? That song is hilarious. That one I'm gonna perform for y'all, like the full version with the authentic accent where my throat is better. You know? 110%. That was a hilarious ass song. Oh, it was so funny. Like that game alone was hilarious. It was my teenage years of hilarity. I used to sing it in school when we were drinking and stuff, you know. Not drinking in school, but like during my schooling years, you know. When we would all be drinking, that was the song that everybody always liked to ask me to sing. You know, I was the gamer nerd, but like they never knew where it was from, and they just enjoyed that. Okay, this is a fun game that I like to play, newbie. I want you to guess my age. Guess my age. If you've never heard anybody else say my age out loud, guess my age. Let's play the Rumpelstiltskin game. What is your best guess? Don't overthink it. Just you know, throw out whatever number you think I am. Okay. Yes, keep in mind that the clue is that I did work as a tax accountant for 4 years. Okay. Well, I am actually I'm 32 now, turning 33 this year. So that is my actual age. But hey, Matinee saying 29. Like it. I like it. Thanks for the compliment, man. This isn't fucking anime, bro. I would not be 50 years old. If I was 50 years old, I think I'd look at least a bit different, okay? Hey, Donald, how's it hanging, my man? 24, but yeah, I'm not 24. I am 32. I am 32, turning 33 this year. Ah, nice. Nothing wrong with being 55 and enjoying video games. It's the best part. Best part about video games is playing with your significant other. So I hope that your significant other is a gamer as well, because nothing beats rocking with your other half. And then you know, just randomly coming up with shenanigans. That's why I enjoy playing with Kaz so much. It's prime of my life. I mean, that's the only reason I can do this shit right now, because I still got the stamina, thankfully. Gotta thank God every day that I have the stamina for it. Although I don't think I can compete with the teenage streamers. Listen, Diablo is actually like legit, newbie. That's not an incorrect statement right there. Diablo is indeed bringing people from all across the ages and world together because this is the only Diablo. This is the only Diablo, ladies and gents, where although the stats are really nerdy, it's not that complex. Other Diablos were more complex, and on top of that, this Diablo is like an MMO type feeling, so it's accessible. It just feels accessible. Even if you want to play solo, you can play solo if you want, you know? So I'm telling you right now, this Diablo is like, as soon as it came out the way it did, I was like, okay, I see you, Diablo. I see you, and I know exactly what all this is about because we are rocking it. We are rocking it. We are rollicking Randy Dandy-O here. You know, this is the game of the century. I'm telling you that. And a lot of people who've never understood seasons before, they're gonna get their first taste of seasons soon. And yes, nobody likes the fact that they have to start over. But I'm telling you, once you get used to it, it's actually pretty fun. Because imagine this: you put down Diablo for a month and a half, you relax, you finished your battle pass, everything, you relax, right? You play other games for a month and a half, then when you really feel like doing it again, you come back in with your friends at the start of the next season. It gives it a really fresh feeling, which I think is something that I am keen to, I guess, share and bring across to everybody because it is really, really awesome. Genuinely, it is genuinely nice and good feeling to be able to do that because that is the whole reason that we enjoy playing Diablo. That is the whole reason, you know, Diablo is as enjoyable as it is, because it is just good. It is just very good. It is a thoroughly fantastic game. And I have no regrets playing it. It's good. 200 armor, stuff like that. Because I need to pump strength up. Like, I've got almost enough intelligence. I just need to pump up strength to hit these bonuses. Remember, it's not just about capturing the nodes. You gotta plan your stats so that you get the bonuses as well. Otherwise, rough times. Sounds good, newbie. Sounds good. Yeah, Path of Exile. And you know, Path of Exile is currently one of my hated games because it was basically a Diablo copy at inception, and it tried to be its own thing, but now all the Path of Exile believers who are all like, Path of Exile 2, greatest game of the century, nah. They're the ones, like, I saw them on Reddit, you know, talking about the DDoS, and like, they're so vengeful just because their game is gonna, like, I've said it before, as soon as Diablo 4 came out, they made a very smart move. Although it's still a paid game, Path of Exile 2 is gonna have to be a free-to-play Diablo 4 if it even wants to remotely compete, you know? And I think that that's why a lot of them are so upset about everything, because they're all like, we can't compete, you know? But Path of Exile 2, I'm telling you, it's either gonna have to copy Diablo 4 in its entirety and become a Diablo 4 clone, or it is gonna flop majorly. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Like, of course it'll always have players because, you know, people who can't afford to pay for Diablo would definitely take a free path. But I know for a fact that it cannot keep its old systems, because its old systems were designed to be a slight improvement over Diablo 2. You know, but essentially the same vibe. So they're either gonna have to evolve or lose out. And I think that that's what their fanboys are not happy about. Because all of them are like, Blizzard bad. But Diablo 4 sales have been ridiculous. I know how many people are playing Diablo 4. No, this is the move. This is the move. So sorry, not sorry to Path of Exile. I wish them good luck, but gonna be hard to beat the MMO of the century, because Diablo 4 literally set the bar. There's already people talking about why can't they do the same thing for their StarCraft franchise. It needs a Diablo 4 level makeover. And I'm telling you, if they gave me a semi-MMO, like an action-based MMO based in the StarCraft universe, oh, I'm signing straight up to be a Protoss Templar. I'm gonna charge every single enemy. You know, I would. So Blizzard has had a lot of trouble, but I'm telling you, I am very annoyed with their whole Overwatch thing, but they utterly redeemed themselves with Diablo 4. My trust in Blizzard just went through the roof after this one. It's not so much the streamers, my dude, because streamers know that they can make money. But the problem is the Redditors, the people on Reddit. You know, the toxic ones who maybe they have some misguided vendetta, or they know that they can't pick up Diablo 4 because of the price right now, whatever. Or they could be like, they could have circumstances, you know, that make them unemployable, so like they're extra bitter about it and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see why, you know, these folks might feel disenfranchised or unhappy, but the way that they take it out, you know, trying to DDoS, or, you know, trying to get involved with this kind of thing, or just, you know, trying to pull other people down, like even if they didn't do it, you know, the suggestion of it, the suggestion that to participate in, you know, this type of behavior helps nobody. It just makes your fan base look childish and toxic, which I'm telling you is kind of what's turning me off PoE 2. Because I was thinking I'll give Path of Exile 2 a fair go, but now I'm like, you know, maybe it might not be good to get into that kind of community. Sometimes I find free-to-play communities a bit problematic. Hey, Butcher's over there. Okay, guys, you want to see me smoke a Butcher? He is 11 levels higher. Come, Butcher. Let's go fight you in this big open room. Lie? I want you to have a, you know, center showcase. I'm gonna show my entire stream how we do this. Now, watch closely as the Butcher gets absolutely shreked. First of all, take note that the Butcher cannot damage me at all. La 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 la. Yeah, keyboard Rambos don't even play D4, you know? But it doesn't stop keyboard Rambos from, you know, engaging in negative behavior, either helping out with DDoSs, things like that. So I've seen it happen with other games before. Oh, he's dead. So, you know, this is what you can do with the Rogue build. You can literally kill the Butcher while not even paying attention to him. I love the Rogue. I'm telling you, Rogue is definitely, in my opinion, if they want to bring other classes in line, they're going to have to either buff every class or bring Rogue down a little bit. Because the Rogue is, hands down, the strongest class in the game. I feel sorry for the Barb, but the Barb relies on shouts, the Rogue doesn't. Rogue doesn't even need shouts. Every skill that the Rogue has is a damage-based skill. Dude, it's crazy. Butcher 11 levels higher? Who cares? Oh, I'm sorry. Does he want to even try and damage me? I'm literally not even going to take damage. It's not just that. The Rogue, they're like, the skill before siphoning strikes. Of course, the Rogue has the best healing in the game, no doubt. But the Rogue also gets close damage reduction 12%. This is higher, okay? This is higher than all the other classes' damage reduction. Did you know that all the other classes only get 9%? Rogue gets 12. Like a knife through the Butcher, eh? But yeah, it's the Rogue actually ends up getting more damage reduction in close distance, in close proximity than all other classes. They get a heal on, they get like a heal that triggers, and by the way, it triggers on a per hit basis, so they're gonna have to nerf that. It should trigger on a per attack basis, because, for example, this thing hits the basic attack hits 3 times. So if you trigger my healing on a per attack on a per hit basis, I effectively can heal 9% per attack, which is more than any other class, because the Barbarian has to spend 100 Fury to heal 9%. That is not fair. So either they buff every class to be on the Rogue's level, or they nerf the Rogue. Like, they cannot just let this carry on. It is ridiculous. The only, like, either that or they're gonna have to give Rogue an innate DR reduction. which they might do, if they were to take the rogue's innate DR down by 5%, it'll balance it out. It would bring it in line. Like, your damage would still be awe-inspiring, but, you know, you would just have to be more careful about survival. Yes, 3% per crit. Okay, so every time you critically strike, but each critical strike is per hit. I have 3 blades, dude. I can critically strike with all 3 blades. You get what I mean? And rogues crit like nobody's business, dude. In fact, and don't forget to factor in, rogues have the highest attack speed out of anybody else. So I can crit with like that. I'm just talking about my basic attack. I can still crit with my twisting blades while my basic attack is ongoing. I can crit with any of these other things, and twisting blades hits more than once. So, you know, yeah, it's a bit powerful. You know, I have a feeling that at the very least they're gonna have to nerf siphoning strikes. No, wait. Listen, Rena, you do have to position. You have to position yourself in front of the target. That's positioning. You do have to position. You have to position yourself in front of the target. I think it's the Necro. No, it's the Necro. The Bone Necro. It was a 15-second kill, I think. I don't know how they did it, but, you know, I'm gonna, when I eventually get to Uber Lilith, I'm gonna find a reasonable way for the average Joe to do it. You know, because I don't know how to do all these kinds of super tricks. I can do the, like, I'm not that much of a Diablo nerd. Okay, I'm gonna teach y'all the way the average Joes do it. But yeah, Necro is 15 seconds. Like, I don't know how he managed to trick out his Necro to that extent, but yeah. When I eventually get to Uber Lilith, I will fight, and then I'll figure it out somehow. I'm sure there's a way. I don't know. If you figure it, if it's an exploit, then okay, that explains it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see, because I've never gone to that level, so. Can I teleport over there? Oh, I can't. Not. Don't tell me I need line of sight or some stupid. Yeah, I've heard that it can take long with the Whirlwind Barb. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm planning on giving a Whirlwind Barb a fair go as well. See if I like it. But I'm gonna try and take my Hammer Barb all the way this preseason. Took a bit, but they did it, yeah. So if it took a bit, then that's not the ideal. Like, you want, like, the ideal build should be the fastest possible, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I went Hammer. But Hammer does have problems with vol damage. So I'm gonna see, like, you know, how best to structure my shenanigans. Korean guy. Yep. Don't worry. I'll be the English speaker guy that gets to the end and teaches you all. Okay? I might be slower than others, but I will get there with my power. Yes, indeed. These two all jump. Oh, it's the boss. Somehow this feels slower than the butcher kill, eh? The butcher got smoked like damn near instantly. The butcher got smoked and then he learned to choke. Now he gonna toke. Only 20%. Insufficient. But I guess I'll extract it anyway, since it's one of my core skills. Now, Let's go have a look. This one, no. Actually, you know what? This could potentially roll well. I'm gonna keep it. Just in case. No. 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 The rest I can sell. No, I skipped the story. I don't want, I've done the story twice. That's enough. Yeah, you do need near perfect rolls, but I'm sure it's doable even without near perfect rolls. You know, it just might take a bit of time, but probably is doable.
Don't ruin all that work.
Well, I'm glad that my manner of speech is similar. Oh, why of the kings? This is better. Yeah, I love the story, but after doing it twice, I'm like, okay. Enough is enough. Now I skippu. I fasto skippu.
Don't ruin all that work.
I just love the way after you evade, when you increase your movement speed, my rogue looks like they're like, you know, doing this funny little run. Okay, all clean and clear. Time for the next. Oh, hey, I can complete a whisper. Let's go back. My lip's gonna have to put some lip balm on it. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing some tier 20s if I can. And maybe once I hit about 63 or 64, I'll go to the I'll go to World Tier 4. No. Wow, this is trash. Big trash. Mega trash. All trash. Why? Cutthroat. If you hover over a skill, it'll tell you what counts as cutthroat. So everything other than puncture. Puncture is marksman. And yeah, that's cutthroat skill damage. See? If you hover over every skill, it'll tell you what it counts as. Everything brown, basically. Yeah, that's actually a good way of thinking of it. Everything brown.
There's that.
Let's go to Onyx Hold again. Whee! How dare you explain such good information, Why King? This is illegal. You can't do that. You cannot explain things in a manner that is easy for people to understand. feels so good. Look at the speed. Those elites got smoked so hard, damn. Okay, bros, okay. Let's take a potion for even faster leveling. Yep, Paragon point. Gotta add some strength paragons. Yeah, but either way, you know, it'll tell you, so it's all good. I try to use more general raw damage modifiers if I can. Like I said, ideally across all classes, I want to have crit damage, vulnerable damage, and crowd control. And of course, if I can, close damage. Hey, JM Killer, how you doing? How is the killer of JM doing? Mobility is king. I'm gonna tell you, playing the rogue sometimes makes all other classes feel bad. Because it's so fast. I will not be making a Whirlwind Barb right now. I may test one out in Season 1. But my opinion is that I prefer my Hammer Barb for now. I will give Whirlwind Barb a try, but not right now. Therefore, there's no way I can make the video because making my videos takes a lot of time since I don't just give you guys the theory. I actually will play the character and test it. And switching builds is very expensive. That's why this season, it's only going to be Hammer Barb. Next season, maybe I'll try a Whirlwind Barb and see which one is better. But this season, you are only going to get a Hammer Barb. Sorry, every season, you're only going to get one build per character from me. And, you know, I'm sure there are other Whirlwind Barb builds out there that you can consult. But for me, I enjoyed the Hammer this season. And I will probably play the Hammer till the end of the season. So that's my answer to you, Kashka. I do apologize. I would love to make dozens of different builds, but it's just very expensive. And also, if I don't play it from the beginning, then it's very difficult for me to, you know, give good advice. The reason why my content is so good and gives good advice is because I play the character live on stream and then I make the videos, you see, which is a big difference. You see, if I were to just change to a Whirlwind Barb build, I could do that right now, but I wouldn't be giving you a fair opinion because I'm already level 71, you see? So yeah. Well, congrats on waking up early. And thank you for tuning into my stream, even though you woke up early. My throat is not very well today, but, you know, I'm glad to see many good souls here. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think you should switch. I suggest playing the Rogue, because the Rogue is currently, like, the most insane class in the game. Every season, unless they nerf the Rogue, right? Every season, I think the top class is going to be Necro Rogue, Necro Rogue, Necro Rogue, Necro Rogue. Because these two classes are the only ones that have an innate vulnerable ability. Like, they can inflict vulnerable with their baseline abilities, not a lucky hit or stuff like that. Even Whirlwind Barb requires a lucky hit to inflict vulnerable. So it's still not as consistent as a Rogue. Whereas Rogue is guaranteed. thank you also to everybody keeping the sound on and watching my streams. Those of you who regularly tune in, you know, you support me regularly, just know that, like, you are the reason I can make content. So, for those of you that want to see more Diablo 4 content, please, I ask you, if you have time, continue to support me as much as you can, because the more you support me, the better. The more you support me, the more I can actually, like, do content. So, yeah. My answer, JM Killer, is that when you're first searching for the uniques, it's okay to do like the lower tier nightmares. Basically, you should always be fighting above your level, but if you cannot do like 6 to 8 levels above you, then fighting 3, 4, 5 levels above you is still absolutely acceptable. And as long as you're fighting above your level. If you're not fighting above your level, you will need to quickly get your gear up to snuff. So fight in Hell Tides, things like that. That is probably the best thing you can do. But once your gear is, you know, up to snuff, fighting as high as is comfortable for you is a good idea. For example, my druid could easily fight 10 levels above them. But the clear time, because the druids don't have as much damage, the clear time would have been a lot slower. So for me, when I realized that, I said, okay, so for the druid, I basically used to fight about 7 levels above me, because it gave me a reasonable clear time, as well as the ability to farm what I needed. But yes, I can, if you know, can't really do that, then that's also okay. I understand. I'm going to try out this condemnation dagger and see how I feel about it. Maybe yes, maybe no. We shall see. We shall see. Always wanted to try a condemnation now that I have it. Yeah, but even if she does, I can't trade it to her. That's the only sad thing. Uniques are account bound. Otherwise, I'd happily just say, "Hey, honey, here's your dagger." That's the only downside. Like, again, I will echo this until the day they change it. It's stupid that we cannot pass uniques on. Why? It is dumb. It's le silly. Okay, have I already fixed that stuff? Yeah. No problem, man. Listen, I'm happy to help, Sergeant. So, you know, if I can deliver the good content, then I'm happy to help. But yes, I tend to be very thorough in my videos because I like try to make sure that when I do say something, it's because I've tested it. That's why I'm slower, because I have to actually test it, you know? So sorry, Samwraith, you cannot say that particular word on a YouTube partner stream. The reason is because it's against terms of service, so you have to be careful with that, man. I do sincerely apologize, but yeah, you cannot use that kind of language here because it is actually against YouTube terms of service. I can get my partnership rescinded by YouTube, which would be pretty bad because, you know, I make my income this way. So yeah, please do be careful, because it can be seen as making fun of people with disabilities. And if somebody were to report for that, like, not only would they not defend you, YouTube would auto ping the channel. So yeah. Yeah, Y King made that same mistake, so it's okay. But yeah, do be careful. Like, sometimes we have to be cautious of the language we use. Nope, just the way of the world these days. Okay, Crusaders Cathedral. Let's try it. Let's try out the Condemnation Dagger, see if it feels decent. But yeah, thank you guys for enjoying my video and my works. Like I said, I am slower and usually I cannot make as many videos about builds as other creators, but that's because I want to give you guys a proper and authentic experience. When I stream, I showcase the build, whatever difficulties I go through, I also talk about it on stream. That way, when I do actually make my videos, you are guaranteed the results. You know, it's not like, oh, well, you know, there's a lot of factors. No, I don't want factors like that. I want, when I put out a video, it must be 110%. This is guaranteed. See, this is very crucial to me as a streamer and creator. So yeah. But yeah, let's see if my kill speed varies at all with the condemnation. I mean, the increased attack speed is pretty nice. Yes. I guess they are because, I mean, a lot of games like this also have RMT. And unfortunately, yeah, it can be a big issue. So that's one of the reasons why I think, you know, I'm assuming. There's no real statement, but yeah, that could be why uniques are account bound. It's pretty cool. It's okay. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. At least until I find a perfect sword. This is pretty alright. La 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 la. Oh, for those that don't know, Rider Heal is Japanese, so I'm pretty sure some will know, but yeah, just putting it out there. So English is not his native language, so go easy on him. But he's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. Very nice dude. You know, I always like get so impressed that sometimes people international actually like watch me even if they don't speak the language. So it's really, really nice. Really encouraging. Someday, maybe the whole population of Japan will watch me. One day, okay? Even if they don't understand a word I'm saying. I know there's a lot of Japanese VTubers that play Diablo 4, but one day I want to steal their audience, okay? I want to have all these Japanese people spamming my chat with Japanese that I don't understand. That'll be the day. Why are you theory crafting his origin story, bro? Oh, wow. But yes, let me just say I'm very grateful today. Thank you so much for everybody that, you know, made stuff happen, to Newbie for the tip and everything, and just thank you to everybody for keeping the viewership up. You know, we work in slow and steady, but we're definitely making it. We're definitely making it, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you all for believing in me every single day, you know? I'll never stop thanking you guys every day for this. Thank you for the chance. Okay. I gotta admit though, Rogue is so fun. That's it. Like I said, unless they nerf every single season, you're gonna see me on the Rogue as soon as possible. After the Necro is established, Rogue straight away. Because it's so good. You can beat anything in the game with the rogue. It's pretty powerful. That boss got smoked. Hey yo, maybe condemnation is okay. Hey yo, maybe. I think I'm gonna go back to town, and I'm gonna put it on with the crown. I'm gonna save this bow for Kaz. Hell Tides, there is a tool that can tell you, my dear friend, it is here. Benicia. Here you go. This tool will tell you, don't worry, I know what you're talking about. Take that tool with you, and if you can use it to track the Hell Tides, world bosses, all that kind of stuff. So like next world boss spawn is in 4 hours, that kind of thing. I'm gonna save this for Kaz right here. So nobody used these, so I'm gonna take these out. No sense in keeping them around. My storage of uniques is gonna be in this one. Fist of Fate. Sounds wild. Let me max out this condemnation, see how it feels. Ah, crap, it's already time to end stream. No! I'm so sad. Don't wanna go, cause I don't wanna miss a thing. But, I must. So, ladies and gents, you guys have been a fantastic audience. Alright, you guys are the best. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, cause there ain't nobody better. So thank you, my dear, lovely ladies and gents. I will see you all this evening for more shenanigans. Alright, for now I'm gonna try and rest my throat.
Always smart.
Do my thing.
Prize inventory.
You can use the... Oh, thank you, Pete. But if you guys don't know about gambling on obols, you can use this tool, the gambling tool. So I use the gambling tool, right? And what I'll say is that, am I searching for any uniques? I'll go to the rogue class, I'll put the filter on for rogue, and maybe I want, like, for example, exploiter's aspect. Then I'll search and it'll say which class to gamble on for this aspect. So they say druid boots. So I would go on my druid and I'll gamble boots to try and find this exploiter aspect. But I mean, I could gamble it on any other class, realistically speaking. So yeah, something like that. That is what I do with that tool. So it teaches me like what I need to do and which item to gamble for if I'm looking for an aspect. Obols are mostly for finding the right aspects for yourself, because don't forget, and this is something in case you guys don't know before I go, when you gamble on obols, right? Okay, so let's say I'm fighting monsters that are level 73. I will get the drops from the monsters will be level 73. But if I gamble with obols, the gambling is tagged to my character level, which means that when you gamble on the obols, right? Most of the time people only use it for aspects because the gambling is tagged to your level. So that means I will only get maximum level 62 items, which is way lower than what I'm already using. So that's why when you gamble for gear, it's usually not useful. Gambling is mostly for aspects. If you're searching for a particular aspect, that's what you gamble for. Okay, so I hope this advice helps. That's what obols are used for. Once you're experienced with the game. I mean, early game, it's good to gamble for like gear, but once you're more experienced with the game, it's mostly just for aspects. Okay, so I hope that information helps. Thank you all. Enjoy the gambling tools. Enjoy all of the various tools, and I will see you all this evening for even more Diablo. Probably Barbarian though. I'm probably just gonna go around smashing stuff. I'll just, you know, use my big hammer and go. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. You've been a wonderful audience. I will see you all this evening. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Catch y'all then. Okay. Don't get throat problems like me.